For this screencast, I'm going to show you how to proofread, revise, edit your pamphlet when you think you're done, because of course you know you can never truly be done and not make your writing any better. So, when you think you're done, you're going to want to pull out your rubric, and if you can't find it, you can go back to our team website, go to the 7 Wonders of the World, click on the link that says Introduction, and this was the paper I gave you at the very beginning of the project. Down at the bottom, you'll see you've got your rubric. And so one of the things that you're going to make sure that you have are your research charts and works cited pages turned in. I've asked that you actually have them shared with me, because since you're doing everything on Google Docs, that's all you need to do. When you turn this in next Wednesday, I'm going to have you turn your pre-write in, which was the planning form that we did for the flyer. So you're going to look to make sure you gave complete source information. Actually, I think I already graded this for you. Complete source information for your print source, complete and accurate information of your actual notes. And so I've already actually graded that portion for you. You've got two things that are kind of colored in a darker gray. You've got your newspaper article. So the first thing I'm going to check for that is that you have 5 of your 6 WH questions answered. So I'm going to go back to mine, and I can see, I'm going to read it back to myself, of course, and make sure that I can tell who it's about. King Khufu. When mentions earlier today. I also mentioned 20 years, so those are both facts that would tell me about the when. Where, I've got in Egypt. I've also got a mention of the Nile in here. How, talks about how it was completed. And a why, my why is here, talking about why it was built, is a place for his burial. So I've got that part done. Now I want to look, did I put an expert or eyewitness quote in? And you can see down here I have Khufu himself was available for comment after the unveiling ceremony, stating, and here's a quote that I made up that I could see him saying about his monument, so that's my eyewitness account. And I've got 3 parenthetical citations in there. I'm going to go back and double check them. I've got 1, 2, and 3, and they should match the works cited page and the research charts that I do. Otherwise, I have no way of verifying where you got these information or these facts from. Okay, so next I'm going to go to my CEE paragraph, which is down at the bottom. That's the one about place, and it says that I need a developed paragraph that has a proposition. So my proposition is that the Great Pyramid of Giza is deserving of its title as a wonder of the ancient world. That's what I'm going to prove in my paragraph. I have 3 supporting details that I introduce with my transitions, first of all, secondly, and lastly. And I have 3 parenthetical citations. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you have more facts than just those 3, you do need to make sure that you also include parenthetical for that. The minimum that you're required is to have 3. So now I'm going to go look back and find my allusion. Here it is, and I need some kind of an explanation to show how it fits in with the rest of my pamphlet, and I did. And then evidence of editing. So I want to go back to those paragraphs and proofread them. Check that I use transitions and verbs and adjectives. And then it asks you to highlight 6 varied sentences. So I'm not going to do all of them, but I'll show you what you need to do. I've got one here that has an introductory adverb. So I'm going to highlight it in yellow. Oops, not text. Make sure you click the highlighting button. There. And I'm going to do that 6 times. Now I've already used adverb, so I can't use another adverb. I want to use a different one. I could use a compound sentence, an intro prep phrase. I see I've got one right here. Oops. So you need to have 6 of those highlighted in yellow. And then the last thing it asks you for is 2 different smiley face tricks. So if you need to get them out of your binder, go ahead and do that. And I know I didn't have one because I was going to show you how easy it is to add in a positive. So I have earlier today, Pharaoh Khufu, and I'm going to put my positive, comma, the most powerful ruler of ancient Egypt, comma, finished construction. And so I've got my positive I'm going to highlight in actually just any other color. I put aqua blue, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so you're going to go through and do that with the rest of the time that you have left for today.